Hi, this is Henry Cobb with yet another the Fantasy Trip exercises for the 1st of February 2020. And the title of this one is Postcard from the Necropus. Recently, Steve Jackson released all the postcard entries, which included the rough draft of the final encounter I was planning for Curse of the Necropus, called Lair of the Necropus. And so I decided to playtest this out here with Molly as she is at the start of the second of her 3 quests and see if she's ready to take on, and how I'll have to adjust the battle for the last encounter of the third of her 3 quests. So what we have here on the right is the standard Irving party as of the start of the second expedition. And in front of them is Victor the Fisherman. Now, what's been happening recently is that people are mysteriously vanishing from Victor's village. And so they called in 5 guardsmen from the Duke to investigate, and these vanished also. So one night, Victor decides, hey, my girlfriend Anne has gone missing, so I'll just walk out here in the middle of the night, in this strange direction with just a dagger in my sheath. And the Irving party finds this to be very peculiar sort of behavior, and Molly, since she knows the calling spell, thinks that's what he's under as he's going out there and being pretty reckless and just walking through the swamp. And then lo and behold, when Victor finally sees here the 5 guardsmen of the Duke, but without their clothes and flesh and all that stuff except the bones, at least they still have their weapons, he decides the best part of now is to stop and draw out his dagger. So that's what he does on his first turn. And so I've got the standard Irving party here and the encounter, and I've written out for the skeletons just the basic low-end skeletons at the very minimum level. They're probably going to get it plussed up in the end when the final encounter is written. All right, so let's roll initiative. Skeletons are purple. They're skeletons. This is actually the Necropus who's controlling the skeletons. So these are IQ 20 skeletons. Ooh, no brains equals genius. And the Irving party has initiative over the Necropus, and they ask the skeletons to move first. All right, the skeletons are all MA 10 because they're not wearing any armor or anything else. So they can move up to 5, and that's what they'll do. They'll say, Banzai! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a good facing prim. So this one has a bastard sword, 2 hands. This one has a short sword and large shield. Now comes a saber and mangosh. And now a battle axe. 1, 2, and lastly a halberd. They're kind of crowded here. This is the only solid ground on these mega hexes. And then around this is swamp, except that over this way is a big door that has not opened yet. I wonder what could be lurking behind that. All right. Victor is kind of freaked by seeing these skeletons. He doesn't feel really up to dealing with them. So he's going to move one out of the way. All right. Denums is always courageous. So we're going to 1, 2. Let's see. He goes 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right. He's gonna try his luck. Dame Irving is a little less optimistic about this, but Molly, knows how to deal with these things. So 1, 2, 3, up behind him. Sir Irving goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a closer look, see what kind of skeletons these are, and that doesn't leave much of a clean shot for the crossbowmen. And let's see, are they going to try their luck shooting between? Sure. All right, Caleb is foolish enough. All right, so now we have the clash here, this side, And Denham is just going to try his, let's see. We get a, yeah, Molly probably gets a jump on him and is going to do a, he's got full power for the moment. Power 10. So she's going to take a point off her power, and she's going to try her standard occult zap on the only skeleton within range. All right. Occult skeleton. And she does, that's a 12 for a hit, because she's got a +3 on the occult zaps, and that shield doesn't do diddly against her. And she only does 3 points to it. Ooh, maybe she should have tried her special spell, anti-skeleton spell. Alright. Now, skeletons don't mind harm. Alright, now... Alright, Dame Irving didn't get a chance to do anything. Gregory has got too many people in front of him. Caleb is going to try the diagonal shot here. So he's got a 14. So now first he has to roll to miss the numbs, which I just take as a roll to hit at dex 0, or dex 5, however you want to say that. And that's a clear miss of the goblin. And now the skeleton behind him, he's got a 14 to hit. Well, but he's trying a crossbow bolt against the skeleton because he's not a naturalist, which means he rolls an extra die. And on top of that, the skeleton says, "Hey, I'm dodging," without any vocal support. So that's a 5-die roll at 14. Good luck with that. All right, 12, 17 miss. All right, Caleb, yes, 17 on 5 dice. Whoosh, and it just goes, there's nothing else on that diagonal, so it just goes back. Alright, so Sir Irving here has got nothing really he can do. Victor is just standing there in the corner, so now it's the Numb's turn. Alright, and the skeleton says he's going to strike at him, so the Num strikes first. He's got adjusted dex of 11, and his short sword is enchanted for damage, not accuracy, so he just needs an 11. And he rolls a 16, which is just a miss. All right. So now the large shield reduces the skeleton's dex down to 10. All right, Molly is already gone. So yeah, it's just skeleton time. So the skeleton goes at 10, but he's up against shield expertise from Num, which is a -1 to hit. And here we go, short sword at a -1, so that's a 9 or less. Exactly hit. And he does 2 dice, -1, and then minus another 5 for all of Denum's defenses. Ooh, that's 9, -1 is 8. 8 minus 5 equals 3 hits. Alright. Ouch. He's a goblin, so he doesn't have all that many hit points, but he doesn't mind that few. Alright. So now, turn 2. Alright. How brave does the Necromancer feel? No, she's going to hold back another turn, and she's going to do a... Let's see, she's got all sorts of spells here. Alright, well, she'll roll it at her turn, which is Dex 12. So, initiative. That's a tie. Up, and the Necromancer has the initiative. So, ask the Irving party to move first. Let's see. Doesn't really want the Numb to be crushed. And these guys have got poor weapons for their roll. Alright. So Irving's going to back up one. And he's going to tell the the guys there to switch to melee weapons. So there you go. He's going to go one up to there. And the dame doesn't want to get too far behind the party, so she goes there. Alright, now the skeletons move in. Alright, I'm going to shift one here, closing one there, to over his friend somehow, there for a pull weapon charge. And no one else, none of the others can reach. So they're just going to go crowd around like that. Alright, so that's a pull weapon charge, which is going to be resolved first. Alright, the halberd user is a dex 9, and Caleb's going to use his last weapon shot, so the halberd goes first. Halberd charge! 12. Halberd is 12 of 9. Miss. Alright. So, the Necromancer's apprentice is still behind the door. Dame Irving isn't doing anything. Gregory here is going to he's going to try to fire past Caleb at the skeleton in front of him. So first on Caleb, a branded bolt right in the back. 5 or less, please. Nope. And now he needs to roll 4 dice to hit the skeleton. Alright, 13, 16, nope, miss. Alright, so now Caleb here gets his own last shot missile attack, which again, because these are skeletons, it's probably going to go right through them. One way or the other. Alright, that is 11, 12, 13. Ah, a hit. Finally a hit. $13. And last shot missile attack means he drops the crossbow at this point. Oop. That's the way I roll it to keep sanity in the game. Alright, and now he gets his 2 dice plus 2 damage, and there's no armor on the skeleton. In fact, there's not even any flesh. Alright, that is 13 points. Alright, so the halberdier just crumbles into a pile of bones here at this point. I mean, there's not much left. I'm not even sure that even counts as an obstacle at this point. Alright, now who's going next? Now the Necromancer. Let's see, the Necromancer is going to do reverse missiles, why not? He sees all these missile weapons and says, nope. Alright, so reverse missiles on her apprentice, who is carrying her around. Isn't that sweet of him? And she's got a 12, and she rolls a 13. Miss. One. All right. Necromancer has got 40 minus 5 minus 1. So she's still got plenty of mana, even though her spell goes poof. Alright, Sir Irving there isn't in position to do anything, because the fisherman isn't doing anything. And now it's up to the Numbs, who's up against a Saber and Main Gosh welder, but the Numbs has got that expert shield, so that brings them both down to 11. But the Necromancer had the initiative, so the Saber strikes first. Adjusted Dex 11. And that's a 10, a hit. For 2 dice minus 2, minus the 5 points of defense. Alright, and this is Saber Skeleton. Hit for 6 minus 5 equals 1. Alright, Num is now taking his 4th point of damage. He's definitely taking a pounding here, but it's not very much of one. Alright, so now it's his turn to reply. And so he's got 2 targets ahead of him, one of which has a shield, one of which has a main gosh. Oh dear. Alright, the one with the main gosh is probably the easier target, so he's going to try to take that one out. 11 to hit. 11 hits, yep. Hits. 11. And he's got this very nice sword here, which is 2 dice plus 2, because of all the niceness about it, even though he's not an expert or anything. Alright, that's 9. Minus 1 equals 8. Another deboning. Boop. Pile of bones. Them bones, them pile of bones. There was 8 points in a single hit, so he went down. Alright, Molly is going to try her Occult Zap again. That's her... Molly needs to, and she's going to do it on the only skeleton within range. And with a 17, it goes poof. She lost, and she loses another point of power. Note that because she has staff 5, which is far above staff 2, she's immune to drop weapons effects. So she doesn't drop her staff at this point. It maybe hums in her hand a little bit. Like, Alright, and that's it for turn 2. Now turn 3. Now the skeletons are getting slaughtered. So at this point, the Necromancer's Apprentice is going to make her appearance. All right, let's see. Tide and tide. The tides and tide. Ah, finally. All right, the humans move first. All right. Caleb isn't carrying anything. And no one's feeling particularly brave. So Caleb's going to be drawing, let's see, what's Caleb's secondary weapon here? He's got a broadsword, so he's gonna draw his broad. He doesn't have a quick draw or anything sensible like that. So he's gonna spend his turn drawing his broadsword, and everyone else is kind of piled up there. They don't want to step into the swamp; they will sink. Note that Molly is carrying a book around for some reason. All right, and yep, that's about it. So the pile of bones doesn't cause much of a consternation. I mean, it's not a full body. So they'll just move up like that. And the Sorcerer's Apprentice will come up like there. All right. So the apprentice used a full move just to open the door or get to close it behind himself. And so that's all he does. Alright, now Dame Irving says, "Eek, an octopus! Tentacles! What fun." Alright, so that leaves Gregory here. Let's see. Gregory is at -1 and 13 to go against the octopus. The octopus decides to dodge at this point. Dodging through the doors. Don't hit the jams. Alright, that's a miss. Alright, whoosh. No, let's see. And there's a roll. Is there a roll to miss here? Yeah, there's a roll to miss Molly. Let's see if we ping the goblin. Yeah, no, the crossbow goes right by. It goes by everyone. So no particular worries there. All right, Caleb draws his broadsword on his turn to act. All right. Now the necromancer's staff says, "Oh my goodness, they're shooting at me. I'm going to try that reverse missiles again." Secret protection, and it works. Necromancer rolls 9 of 12 reverse missiles, which costs off 2 power there. She's casting it not on herself. She's sort of immaterial, but on the octopus, which is holding her staff, which is her soul is bound to. How nice. All right. Sir Isaac Irving doesn't have much to do at the moment. Victor the Fisherman is just standing there in the corner. All right, so now it's Denum's, and he's higher decks the remaining skeletons. So let's see which one he's going to take out next. Short sword. All right, he's going to try. Let's see. Well, no, he's going to leave the shield guy to the other goblin. So he's going to try to protect Caleb by taking out the one here who's got the bastard sword. So here we go. 11 to hit. 10. Yep. 4. And now 2 dice plus 2. Imagine if this was a longsword. Do 2 dice plus 3. It'd be really spectacular. Oh, and it only does 5 points. And skeletons don't feel pain. Alright, that's 5 points off the one here with a bastard sword. Alright, Molly is going to try and finish that guy off. So she uses her occult zap. Out of 14, she rolls 11. 1 die plus 2. Ooh, 8 points. She immediately splatters it. Oof. Another skeleton, dust to dust. All right. Now the skeletons get to act, the remaining ones. The short sword wielder is got a 9, adjusted dex of 9 against the numb. Sword and shield versus sword and shield. Who will win? And miss. And the battle axe wielder has got adjusted dex of 7. Big zombified reduces your dex by 2, you know. But if he hits, it's going to be pretty spectacular, right? So, nope, he misses. Alright, next turn. Who has the initiative? The Necromancer has the initiative and tells those human scum to move first. Alright, I will put, here we go. This is close enough to being here, broadsword, even though it's a long sword. Alright. Caleb and Gregory each move up 1. not much going on there. The skeletons are pretty much stuck where they're at, though they can rotate a little bit for better positioning. And the octopus is now pretty fearless. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, out of occult blast range. Alright, so what does the octopus want to do? A dark vision, dispel missiles, stalwart, troll twister. No, the apprentice hasn't been taught any really useful combat spells, so she's just going to dodge there. Alright. Dame Irving does nothing. Gregory. Alright, Gregory's going to go octopus. Well, let's see. The dodging octopus versus a skeleton with a shield. Alright, he's going to go for the skeleton with a shield because that's a safe shot that doesn't go through anyone else. So, alright. Oh yeah, and the Necropus is down another point for maintaining the reverse missiles. All right, so now against the skeleton with a shield, 4 dice on a 14. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 hits. Yes. And 2 dice plus 2 for the branding. Burn, baby, burn. Skeleton Inferno. That is 5, 6, 7 points. And minus 2 equals 5. Alright. Remember, skeletons do not suffer from... Alright. He doesn't suffer from weakness or racked injury, because they're mindless critters even at IQ 20. IQ 20, mindless critter. That's what I want to be on my tombstone. Alright, Caleb here has got Dex 13, and he's taking a swing against that same skeleton. With a 6 out of 13 hits. Four, and it's just an ordinary broadsword, 2 dice damage. Minus 2 for the shield is 4 more points, and yeah, that takes care of that particular one. He falls down. He's actually more or less intact skeleton, even though he's got a few parts missing at this point. Yay! Lying down doing his yoga. Alright. Now the Necromancer. What do I got that will work in this range? Alright, I'm going to do a Wizard's Wrath. I'm going to do a 3 dice. Oh yeah, minus another one for maintaining the spell this turn. Alright, Wizard's Wrath. 3 dice on Denums. That's the most obvious target. So, that's an 11 to hit. This is a shield expertise. See if I can blow up a goblin. Oh yeah. 11, 11. 4. 3 dice plus 3 damage. Oh yeah, and just to be cruel, it's lightning. Alright. 18 points. Alright, Denums is clearly out of the fight. He's going to lie there and contemplate his afterlife. Zap. We'll roll for the survival with magical weapons later, if it matters. Thump. Alright, Mr. Irving doesn't do much. Victor the Fisherman doesn't do much. Molly. Alright, Molly's got, is the last one on the move, so she's got, alright, she's going to do an occult zap here. Alright, so she takes off another point of power, occult zap on the skeleton in front of her. That's a 13 is a hit for, rolls a 6, she gets them. Yep, that's only 5 points. Alright, next turn. Who has initiative? Oh yeah, and at this point, and they're -1, so let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14 out of 40. Yeah, running low on mana. Alright. So they tell the Necromancer to move first. Alright, there's essentially 2 bodies out there. So, this guy is going to move cautiously on top of his buddy here. And the cautious shift. And let's see, he doesn't want anyone getting to his side, so he's going to be like that. Alright. Now, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to shift one further here. See, anyone want to join in? Alright, well, Dame Irving says, "Oh no, my fiancé!" And she runs up here to avenge him. He's going to take a shot there. And there's some bystanders back here. So, oh yeah, and now the apprentice gets to move, and is going to move up to there. Doesn't want to engage personally, but getting within occult blasting range is very nice. So, no particular. What do we got here? We got. Note that the octopus apprentice here is not even carrying her own staff. So all she really has is her spells, and those aren't very good in combat. Probably need an improvement there. She got unarmed combat, but she's willing something, so it doesn't count. Alright, so now Dame Irving, 14, and she's going to stab with her very nice dagger. Enchanted Fine Silver Dagger. Silver doesn't do anything special against skeletons, but hey, maybe it helps protect them against bacteria. So that's a hit for 1 dice plus 1. 4 points.